Thanks for the buggy ride, I had a wonderful time. No smell of gasoline, just an old-fashioned beef. It surely was a treat to hear the horses bleat. My bones were nearly broke, I took it as a joke. It was all new to me, cause I was used to riding in a big limousine. But buggy riding, well, and sure beats any machine. But I'm more than satisfied, although I lost the pride. I had a wonderful time. that my blue days have passed, now that I've found you at last, I'll be loving you always with a love that's true. The things you planned need a helping hand, I will understand always. Days may not be fair always, that's when I'll be there. Just an hour, not for just a day, not for just a year, but always. Dreams will all come growing old with you, and time will fly, carrying each day more than the day before, till spring rolls by. Then when the springtime has gone, then will my love linger on.
my gracious, omnipotent hand, upheld by my gracious, omnipotent hand. When through the deep waters I call thee to go, the rivers of sorrow shall not overflow. For I will be with thee, thy trouble to bless, and sanctify to thee thy deepest distress, and sanctify to thee thy deepest distress. The sovereign Jesus has lived forever. I will not return to his home. That soul his good endeavor to stay. I never, no never, no never forsake. I never, no never, no never forsake.
your knees. Bring back all those happy hours when you kissed my tears away from day to day. I thought that I was right, but I was wrong. Please take me back tonight where I belong. Sing a cradle song to me and then won't you tie me to your apron strings again?
The drunkard's lone child, barefoot and weary, I've wandered all day. Asking for work, I'm too small, they all say. On this cold ground I must now lay my head. Father's a drunkard and mother is dead. Dark is the night and the storm rages wild. God pity Bessie, the drunkard's lone child. Till father drank rum, then all our sorrow and trouble begun. Mother grew weaker and paler each day. Brother and I were too hungry to play. Slowly they faded till one summer night. I saw their faces all silent and white. Sadly I kissed them while great tears I shed. Father's a drunkard and mother is dead. Dark is the night and the storm rages wild. God pity Bessie, the drunkard's lone child. was stepfather and speak very kind. If they could stop him from drinking old then, I would be happy, so happy again. Oh, men of temperance, please won't you try? For little Bessie will soon starve and die. On this cold ground I must now lay my head. Father's a drunkard and mother is dead. Dark is the night and the storm rages wild. God pity Bessie, the drunkard's lone child.
There will be no more sorrow.
have traveled. When at last we shall enter heaven's door, and the problems of life will be unraveled, when we meet on that bright eternal shore. In the land where they never say goodbye, no sad parting, for none shall ever die, shall ever die. We shall sing the same old stories, we shall wear a crown of glory, in the land where they never say goodbye. We shall gaze on his face in adoration. Joy resplendent shall thrill our souls anew, as we crown him the King of our salvation, and eternity's glories come to view. In the land where they never say goodbye, no sad parting, for none shall ever die, shall ever die. We shall sing the same old story, we shall wear a crown of glory, in the land where they never say
My mother's heart is breaking, breaking for me, that's all. And with God's help I'll see her when the work's over, that's all. That very night this cowboy went out to stand his guard. The night was dark and cloudy and storming very hard. The cattle all got frightened and rushed in wild stampede. He tried his best to head them while riding at full speed. While riding in the darkness, so loudly he did shout, I'm trying my best to head them and turn the herd about. His saddle horse did stumble, and upon him it did fall, so he'll not see his mother when the work's all done and told. Oh, send my mother my wages, the wages I have earned, for I am afraid, boys, my last year I have turned. I'm going to my new range, I hear my master call, so I'll not see my mother when the work's all done and told. Lord, you may have my saddle, Bill, you may have my bed, Jack, you may have my pistol after I am dead. But think about me kindly, you look upon them all, for I won't see my mother when the work's all done and told. Poor Charlie was buried at sunrise, no tombstone at his head, nothing but a little slab, and this is what it says. Poor Charlie died at daybreak, he died from a fall, and he won't see his mother when the work's all done and told. Alabama, where I hold in the cotton and the cane. See, white folks, they will miss me when they call for little Sam. Geez, I never expect to go back there again. Ham on him good, bacon him sweet, awesome meat him fine, very fine. Oh, give me, is that only wish of mine? That watermelon smiling on the vine. Was on a rainy night. The moon, it had just begun to shine. The white folks, they did see me and they shot me through the sand. But I didn't leave that melon on the vine. Ham on him good, bacon him sweet, possum meat him fine, very fine. But give me, is that only wish of mine? That watermelon smiling on the vine. I left my older brother for to take care of my mother. I was bound to lead that fair and happy climb. I left there in the night when the moon was shining bright, but I didn't leave her hanging on the vine. Ham on him good, bacon him sweet, possum meat him fine, very fine. But give me, is that only wish of mine? That watermelon smiling on the vine. day has made me smile. She's so bashful and so shy. Hides every Tuesday when the train goes by, like cornbread, Indiana style when it's done to a T. Paint her barn red, Indiana style, so it won't be hard to see. She's no Sheba, I'm no sheep. She bought a sofa cause the Davenport sleeps a corn bed. Indiana girl, she's mama to me. My woman, she sent me a $10 bill, says, darling, come back home to me. I was on that old train when she started that night. I was on her when she whistled for thee. Fireman, just a little more extra coal. We'll heat her red hot and we'll keep her in a song and we'll run her in some lonesome hole. Robin this morning, I'm feeling happy today. Gonna pack my cares in a whistle and blow them away. What if I've been unlucky, really haven't done things? There's a time I always feel happy as a king. When the red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more stopping when he starts throbbing his old song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy. What if I be blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours. And I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin comes bobbing along. So rain may fall in the evening, and rain may fall in the night. When the robin sings in the morning, I know the sun is bright. I keep still when I hear him singing out in a tree. For the little angel of gladness brings happiness to me. When the red robin comes bobbing along, there'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his old song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh and be happy. What if I've been blue? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, but still I listen for hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. Huh? Did you hear that? Why, that's my little bird of happiness. When the red robin comes bobbing along. just about 1 o'clock that the great Titanic began to reel and rock. Then the people began to cry, saying, Lord, I'm going to die. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. There were husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. When they were building the Titanic, they said what they could do. They were going to build a ship that the water could not go through. Oh, God with his mighty hand showed to the world it could not stand. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. There were husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. When they left Scanlan, they were making for the shore. The Reds, they declared they would not ride with the poor. So they sent to go below, they were the first that had to go. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. There were husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. When Paul was out sailing with men all around, God in heaven on his throne said that man should not drown. If you trust him and obey, he will save you all the day. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. There were husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. The people on the ship were a long way from home. With friends all around them, didn't know their time had come. For death came riding by 1600 as a die. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. It was sad when that great ship went down. There were husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when that great ship went down. When the Titanic was sinking, 'twas equal people free. It was there they were singing, hear my God to thee. Hear my God to thee. In that great ship went down.
I come to the garden alone, while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my head, the sun on its roses. Ah, he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we gain there, none other has ever known. And the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing. Ah, he walks with me and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we carry there, none other has ever known. I'm going to the garden with him, for his light upon you is falling. Let your heart rejoice, for with tender voice sing out to you is calling. Ah, he'll walk with you and he'll talk with you, and he'll tell you are his own, and the joy you share as you carry there, none other has ever known.
Came the early morning mail. Oh, number 3 was westbound, the fastest on the rail. She pulled right into Hinton, a junction on the line. With a Baldwin Mountain engine, they made the run on time. Billy Richardson at Hinton was called to take the run, to pull the fastest mail train from there to Huntington. His fireman, he reported for duty on the line. Then reading their train orders, left Hinton right on time. Then Billy told his fireman that he would happy be if he could die while pulling a train like number 3. I want to die on duty, right in my cap, said he, while pulling eastbound number 4, westbound number 3. Billy, you know you're old and gray. Your name is on the pension list. You should retire someday. But Billy said, dear fireman, the truth I'm telling you, I must die right in my engine cab and nothing else will do. Then pulling down New River came westbound number 3. By Thurman and by Cotton Hill, no danger could he see. His head then struck a mail train while pulling down the line. He'll never pull his train again to Huntington on time. He pulled the fastest time freight, he pulled the U.S. mail. He pulled the fast excursion to the music of the rail. He lost his life on duty in his engine cab so free, while pulling in Montgomery on westbound number 3. Now, ladies, if your husband is a railroad engineer, you know he is in danger and death is ever near. You know he loves you dearly when he is by your side. Remember well that his next run, baby, is farewell ride. That was bright and fair, a city of palm trees and flowers, a garden of beauty rare, a haven of rest for the weary, where cool breezes blow from the sea, where youth and old age smile together, with hearts ever light and free. And then on a night in September, the bright light shone everywhere. My Emma was proud in
from the sky, and no one would dream for a moment that death could come riding by. Midnight, their laughter was turned to tears. The wrath of the storm was upon them, that filled every heart with tears. The wind was the voice of a demon that howled as it crashed through the town, and great ships were torn from their anchor and broken upon the ground. And then when the gray dawn came stealing, the toll of the storm was known, and sad were the cries of the injured. The streets with the dead were strewn. We cannot explain this disaster. We know not what fate may befall, and we should be ready each hour to answer the Master's call.
I'm on my way home from marriage. It's been a splendid affair. Of course I went there in a carriage, in a beautiful carriage and pair. Sandy McNabb was the bridegroom, and the bride was a bonny wee lamb. Oh, a nice curly hair and complexion, redder than strawberry jam, and the wedding bells were ringing. All the boys were singing, here's to you and yours and me and mine. Ta-ra-ra. Then we had a drappy, just to make us happy for the days old lang syne. And the wedding bells were ringing, all the boys were singing, here's to you and yours and me and mine. Ta-ra-ra. Then we had a drappy, just to make us happy for the days old lang syne. And then after the minister tied the knot, after the minister tied the knot, we dined, and then after we dined, we wined. And then after we wined, everybody seemed to have something to say. There was a chap rose and objected to McNabb sitting with his arms round the bride's neck. And the next time that I saw McNabb, he had his arms round the neck of a bottle. Then there was the bass man. He was stuck up at the head of the table, and he said, I want to make a speech. And by this time the bass man was very nearly speechless. However, after a terrible struggle, we got the bass man on his feet. And he said, ladies and gentlemen, he said, I am very pleased to be here. I am also very pleased to see everybody here that is here. And then everybody that was there shouted out, here, here. He said, I have known MacNab, the bridegroom, for a very considerable period. And he knows that I know him, mind ye? So, he's there, but no, I wouldn't give him away. Still, mind ye, as I said before, he's there, and I don't want to say anything about it, but we did have a rare next. And the wedding bells were ringing, and all the boys were singing. Here's to you, and yours, and me, and mine. Ta-ra-ra. Then we had a drappie, just to make us happy for the days old lang syne. And the wedding bells were ringing, and all the boys were singing. Here's to you, and yours, and me, and mine. Ta-ra-ra. Then we had a drappie, just to make us happy for the days old lang syne. When I get married, I'll invite you to my one. Get next in the meantime.
the thing you ought to try. Just keep on humming all the while, and soon they'll come a little smile, and you'll be happy all the day. You'll see your troubles all away.
They'll all run away. So when you wake up in the morning, don't lay in bed and dread the skies of gray,
Because they can't
always be blue. So when things go wrong with you, just hum your troubles away. One little dark cloud, two little dark clouds in your sky you'll find. Honey, you think they sometimes, honey, but just bear in mind. One little rainbow, two little rainbows make the great sky blue. So if it rains or if it shines, here's the only thing to do.
just keep on humming all the while, and soon they'll come a little smile, and you'll be happy, yes, happy all the day. You'll see your troubles run away.
So when you wake up early in the morning, and darling, don't late, and dread the skies are gray.
They can't be always blue when things go wrong with you. Just hum your troubles away.
So if you're blue, here's what to do. Hum. And when your worry gets the best of you, hum.
A little song when you're sad.
Make it good and long.
You'll be glad.
For the sun will always shine
on you.
So when you wake up early in the morning, and dawning don't late, and dread the skies of gray.
They can't be
Do you mind me telling you about the wedding of Santa McNabb? Well, I'm going to tell you a wee incident that happened at the wedding that night. Of course, you see, me being one of the principalities of the wedding, I was asked to say something. And on this particular occasion, I said, the best thing I can do the new is to give you a toast. So, after they filled up my glass once, well, I believe it was filled up twice. Of course, I was a teetotaler because I was only drinking ginger cordial. However, I lifted my glass and I said to the company, I said, here's to the thistle and shamrock and rose. Here's to your eyes, your mouth and your nose. Here's to the dew and a wee drop of water. Here's to the moon and the sun and the daughter. Here's to employ and here's to employment. Here's to enjoy and here's to enjoyment. Here's to the time when we have 8 hours a day, and here's to the rise we deserve in our pay. Here's to the roar, the whisper and mutter. Here's to the margarine, ticketed butter. Here's to the dew and the duke and the duker. And here's to the sou and the souk and the souker. Here's to the sail, the sailor and skipper. Here's to the sea and the sand and the tripper. Here's to the bicycles, turbines and motors. Here's to the haddies and here's to the bloaters. Here's to the bagpipes, the kilt and the trousers. Here's to the Templars and here's to the boozers. Here's to the love and the dove and the cuddle. And here's to the fool that gets foo on the puddle. Here's to the gaslight, the firelight and daylight. And here's to the courting that never needs no light, eh? Here's to the fella that's courting my sister. And here's to the thousands of times he has kissed her. Here's to the well, and here's to the sink. And a wee chap sitting over in the corner rose and said, here, McGregor, he says, it's time you will stop because I'm needing a drink. Well, I needn't tell you that the bottle went round again. And then it went round and round and round. In fact, I don't know how many times it went round. I'm telling you, I've either got the swooping cough or the hooking cough. Some of the two of them. In fact, I haven't got the better wedding of Santa McNabb yet. And so I think the best thing I can do is the very first time that I'm going to get married, I'll invite you all to my wedding. So the best thing I can do now, after letting you ken what happened at the wedding, was just to say so long and get next the new. And you don't know who pleased I'll be to see ye some other night. And we'll just talk about the same things under the same conditions and circumstances. In the meantime, allow me to retire. And don't forget your all favourite Harry. Now, chaps, for all lang syne, eh? Get next the new. You're a lot of boys, mind, I'm telling you. I don't want to see any more, mind you. I'm away. Well, good night. So long. See you again.
can never harm me now. Let the breeze blow in upon me. It will cool my fevered brow. Soon my troubles will be over. Soon be still this aching heart. But I have a dying message I will give before we part. One, you know him, though I cannot speak his name. You remember how he sought me, how his loving words they came. Life has many weary burdens, then goes down to deepest woe. Wipe the cool drops from my forehead. They are death marks, well you know. Trusted, how my thoughts were all of him. Draw the curtain higher, mother, for the lights are growing dim. Take this ring from off my finger, where he placed it long ago. Give it to him as a token that in dying I bestow. Hark, I hear the Savior calling. Oh, how sweet it is to die. Your child in heaven, one more kiss and then goodbye.
But I don't think she cares much for me, because the last time I met her, I told her that I would do anything for her. In fact, I would be. She turned round and told me she thought I was soft, but she fair broke my heart when she said, marry you. Och, a woman, you're daft. She doesn't care for me, not a little bit. She is what the neighbors call a lady. I've known her all her life. I would like to have her for my wife, 'cause I've loved her ever since she was a baby. The Scotch way of curtains, the best way of all, but it's not what some folks may suppose. She says that my kissing, it won't do at all, but I can't get near for the length of my nose. And I've got to shave myself 6 times a week, 'cause she says that my whisker keeps jagging her cheek. She doesn't care for me, not a little bit. She is what the neighbors call a lady. I've known her all her life. I would like to have her for my wife, 'cause I've loved her ever since she was a baby. Oh, that's an awful disease, love. It's a terrible disease. I wonder if you take it twice. I've been waiting on her here for more than a half an hour. Oh, I wish she would come, but that's what time is it? Let me see. 5 minutes past 9. Oh, dear me. Oh, love, love, oh, love. She doesn't care for me, not a little bit. She is what the neighbors call a lady. I've known her all her life. I would like to have her for my wife, 'cause I've loved her ever since she was a baby.